Hey, you guys. So I just want to tell you real quick about the Lionsgate transmission that I am excited and nervous about. I had mentioned at the end of the full moon reading that Spirit is instructing me to do it for live for the first time. I like having the differentiation between me and spirit because I know that there's a lot of spiritualists who talk about just go within, the answers are within, you are one with source. And yes, ultimately we are all one with source. Like if you trace the soul back, there's thunder outside, that's why I'm distracted. I'm sure my dog will come to bark at it soon. So yeah, if you trace the soul back, like the breakdown of the soul from source, like yeah, ultimately we go back to source, like just like source broke down and separated into more and more branches and eventually became all of our souls. Eventually we always go back there too. And as you're ascending and you're raising your vibration and your frequency and more so your awareness to these higher levels, higher densities, you're connecting with more and more of your oversoul, higher selves and oversoul, and ultimately like going closer and closer back to source. But for me personally, I still recognize that the distinction of like we're still on earth in the 3D living separate individual human lives, like we are not existing in this consciousness as in these higher dimensions and with source, like one with source. So yes, our knowing is within and we connect with spirit that way, which is both source and our higher selves and our spirit team and whatnot. It's one of those things for me that like I go back to. Separation is an illusion, but also in the 3D we are still separated from source. We are still physically separated from our twin. I think that I am I knew she wouldn't want to be on camera. So I think what I was saying was that I still, while I understand the concepts about being one with source and also separation being an illusion, I still function of like that recognition of both perspectives. And I think that I'm supposed to in order to help the twin flame collective that is guided to me, because like I said, we're all like still living, breathing, acting, living our lives in the 3D on earth, having a human experience, and that is our human experience. We are not existing in a higher dimension in another world where separation is an illusion. It's not an illusion for us. Like we recognize it. So anyway, my point simply being that she's back. I'm not pausing it this time. Are you walking her? My point simply being that when I'm doing readings, when I'm channeling, and when I'm doing these collective healings, I communicate with spirits. I communicate with Jesus and the ascended masters and the angels that I work with, and I will ask them. I will confirm everything that I channel. I will ask them if stuff is correct. I will ask them what they want me to do. I do that with my twin a lot. Like even though I am intuitively guided to do certain things for him, I will ask them, am I right? Like, should I definitely do this? Do you want me to do this? Like, when do you want me to do this? Stuff like that. Like if it's like sending him a message or something like that, because I like teach him spiritual stuff through messages also. So yeah, I still recognize the differentiation basically. And actually, I will even say that in my communication with spirit, I can see how they've also been teaching me, you don't have to ask us everything. Like, trust Trust your intuition sometimes. Not that I don't trust my intuition. It's that I guess I can go like a little bit overboard of confirming every single thing. And now like they're getting me used to of it's okay to just trust your gut. Sometimes you don't always have to confirm. And I think that I got like that because of like paranoia and honestly from the way some people acted around me too. Because it is kind of important for me to be able to say, this is from spirit. This is not me. This is not me like thinking that I know everything. This is not me making assumptions or this is not my opinion. Like, this is from spirit. So I think, and it might also be my OCD because I've realized that I have OCD. So, so yeah, I think it's a combination of things, and just like wanting to always be sure and wanting to make sure that I'm doing things the right way or like not making a mistake. And definitely when it's channeling information, I want to make sure that it's correct. So yeah, anyway, all of that to say, but I think it's good for you guys to know that too, to be honest, to know that about me, that I always confirm everything with spirit. So I actually, at the beginning of the year, went through the year with spirit about, okay, well, what do you want me to do? And when do you want me to do it, basically, in terms of collective healings and workshops and just anything for group stuff. And they told me then, and I confirmed again, that they want me to do my first live transmission for Lionsgate. And yeah, I do feel like it's also spirit pushing me out of my comfort zone. And you know what? That's a good thing too, because it's like, don't sit in your comfort zone. Like they keep like pushing me along. So I'm excited and nervous, especially based on what they told me. So this is the theme for the Lionsgate transmission. This is a quote, okay, because I literally like used my pendulum, had them spell out the words for me. This is what we're doing for the Lionsgate transmission. Letting God heal you, being open to God's blessings, letting God carry your burdens, experiencing divine bliss, receiving downloads for higher wisdom, union, abundance, awareness, initiations, and mostly forgotten union codes for the sacred twin flame lineage. So I wrote that down, all of that down, and I'm like, wow, like this is, not something I would have written. And I don't even know the words to describe it. I think it's interesting, the mostly forgotten union codes, like that made me feel like this like spirit is going to be bringing forward something from like past lifetimes or beyond, like mostly forgotten being that like in this time and day that it's like not remembered or whatever. I don't know what's gonna come through. I felt very much while I was writing this down like I will just be like a vessel for spirit, and that Jesus, since he's the main person that I work with, and whoever else is called to work with me, like I'm just going to ask who is working with me. I'm not going to invite them in other than Jesus, and I'm going to ask beforehand who is going to be working through me as well, and we'll see who comes up. But I feel like they're just going to be speaking and working through me that day. And I also just got a feeling that the reason why it's not like super, super specific, other than what it explains about the downloads, is because for each person, the healing is going to go to whatever it is that you need. So I'm excited and I'm nervous because it seems like a lot, but we'll see what happens, I guess. I'm going to prep this weekend and get some more specifics so I'm not completely winging it if I am a vessel. But it's going to be at 8 o'clock on Tuesday for the 8/8 Lionsgate portal. It will be recorded, so if you can't be there live, that's okay. You can still sign up, and I'll send you the recording after. You could probably even like send it to sign up or order it afterwards too. And yeah, I forgot what else I was going to say, but I think that's it anyway. Oh, go to my Etsy shop to sign up, okay? We'll see.